Hello everyone. Let us quickly look at this question here on the board. It is on arithmetic progression, also known as AP. So the question reads, the first three terms in an arithmetic progression are -2, -4, and -6. Find the A, common difference. So this part has 1 mark. Then B, formula of the nth term, which has 2 marks. So to start with, the first part, common difference. How do we get the common difference if we've been given terms in an AP? So getting the common difference is not a difficult thing, because all you do is just subtract the terms. Okay, when you're given consecutive terms, you can just easily subtract them. Now, what do we mean by consecutive terms? Like in this case, they've said the first three terms. So meaning that these are consecutive terms. They are following each other. The first term, second term, third term. And that is easy to work out when it comes to getting the common difference. So all we just do is subtract. Now, how do we subtract? We will subtract those terms that are following each other. So we can pick any two. Okay, so for example here, we can pick -4 and then subtract -2. Or we can pick -6, subtract -4. It is the term that is on the higher position minus the term that is on the lower position. So we're going just to simply write the following. So for our solution, A, common difference, which is denoted as D, is equal to, so for example here, we can pick on -4 and -2. So -4 is on the second term, so T2 minus T1, which means first term. Then D is going to give us the following. So we'll say -4 minus, this is negative, so -2. And the difference is just going to give us the following. So we can actually multiply those signs there. So -4 plus. So this is plus because negative, that will give us plus or addition. Then plus 2, D equal to -4 plus 2. Keep the sign of the larger number, negative, and then subtract these two, which will just give you -2. So this means that the common difference is -2. So even when you get -6, subtract with -4, you're going to get the same thing, as long as these terms are consecutive terms. Okay, now going to the second part. Find the formula of the nth term. Going to the second part, find the formula of the nth term. So this all starts with the general formula. So we do have the general formula for arithmetic progression. So the general formula is given by Tn. This is the formula that you can use to get any term, okay, in an AP. So Tn is equal to the first term denoted by A, then plus n minus 1 in brackets, then multiplied by D. So this formula can be used to get any term in an AP. Okay, so now how do we get the formula for this, okay, for this progression, just specifically this progression? So what we're just going to do is substitute a few things that were given here. Like for example, A, we know A, the first term is -2. Then D, we're just from finding D, which is -2. For N, we don't know N. This is because we're just finding the formula for calculating any term. So it is going to be Tn. So for that, we write Tn here equal to A, which is -2, then plus N, then minus 1, close bracket, then D is what we calculated there, -2. Okay, so then what are we going to write here? So what we're going to write is Tn equal to, this -2 is going to multiply with what is in brackets there. So -2 plus -2 times n. N is positive, so this will give us -2n. Okay, then -1 times -2, that is just +2. If we collect like terms and also multiply this, we are going to get the following. So Tn is going to equal to -2 plus 2, then positive times negative, this is negative, so 2n. That's what we're going to have. And then this here gives a 0. Okay, negative 2 plus 2 gives a 0. So I'm going to write it here. This is going to give us the following. So for B, continuation for B, Tn is equal to, so we're saying here we'll get a 0 because negative 2 plus 2 gives a 0. Then we're going to remain with negative 2n. So this here is the nth term formula. This is the formula that you can use to get any term in the progression. For example, if the term is on position 1, or you just simply say is T1 is equal to negative 2 times 1. And what is negative 2 times 1? It's just negative 2. If you try out position 2, n is 2. So T2 equal to negative 2 times 2. What is negative 2 times 2? That's negative 4. So this formula can be used to get any term. So now this one is specifically for this progression here. But the general formula is this one here. Okay, Tn is equal to A plus open bracket n minus 1 close bracket d. So that's it on this part. Thank you so much for watching this video.